bit this. So
Alright, so we're about to go to a supposedly haunted graveyard that is not too far from my house. We're going to check it out. We've been here earlier when it was daytime, but now it's night, so let's see if anything spooky happens. It is 10:17. Let's get it.
This is your first time out at Asbury, right, Benson?
It is my first time out at Asbury.
So
that's what those mounds are. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. The
My bad.
Indian burial ground. So right back over there, the mountains.
Okay.
So, what are you kind of expecting to experience out here? What have you heard about Asbury?
I mean, I did my fair research on it, like kind of looking into what the whole. I couldn't find much because it's not a very well-known place. But I personally am kind of hoping to see some stuff, and I kind of expect to at least hear some stuff because, I mean, I've always said that I've wanted to go out and experience something supernatural, but I've never actually done it. So,
Right.
pretty pumped, honestly.
How about you, Ben? You came out with us last time when we went out in the day, just kind of get some ideas about how it could be out there. What are you expecting?
I'm not sure. I mean, I have had a few experiences in the past anyway, so I'm sure there may be something. I don't know.
Dang, dude, how far back is this going?
I mean, we're a pretty good ways back there right now. But we should be coming up on it pretty soon.
It's definitely
It's right here.
very out of the way seminary. Seminary. Very opposite of what we're doing.
The gate is open. Yeah.
Oh crap! This is freaky as crap, dude.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Oh, this is so.
So you see like 3 graves when you first come up here, but then the rest are all back here.
Lucas. I ain't effing around. I'm not messing around.
Oh my gosh!
I'm not
There's
messing
already a handprint on here.
I'm not messing around.
Oh, you cute.
No, this is like
That's
a
a-
fog.
Oh, I know.
Let me see.
Did you come around this side of the vehicle?
No.
No.
What? There was fingerprints right there.
There's a foggy handprint.
That's Redbeard's.
But the one over here.
That's dust. Dude,
That's old.
Might have been skin oils. You know,
Probably.
they got
It
stuck on
is
there.
a lot of pollen, so.
Yeah. All right, so I do want to do a couple EVP sessions where we ask some questions. You never know, what?
Yeah, so Redbeard, this place has been vandalized before. That's why some of them are knocked down and stuff. I don't know where the fresh grave is it?
It's a very crappy thing to do, man.
Yeah, it's people are all over for that.
These bugs are loving our lights.
Oh yeah. In the event a vehicle comes,
Just apologize.
does that mean? Yeah, that's it.
Oh, just step on it. Probably tombstone.
Now some of them aren't tombstones, just markers for the names. Yeah, I still don't want to walk on them.
Freemason.
Yeah, there's a couple infants out here.
Somebody else can feel free to record as well.
Okay. Yeah. Huh?
Oh, this is a child.
Yeah.
13-year-old kid.
There's a couple that were just born that died the same day, or maybe 3 days later.
That's normally what I normally look for a couple things when I go to a cemetery.
I used to go to cemeteries for fun in high school all the time.
I normally look for the shortest life. So, like normally like a same day birth. Normally I'll look for the oldest life. And I'll look for the oldest stone.
Oh, well, you'll find.
1890 right here.
Yeah, I think, no, we saw some.
I saw some 1830.
Yeah, we saw some. Hey, Redbeard, you still haven't seen the favorite of all.
The mule.
The mule. Since this one's fresh, let's just stay away.
I didn't even realize.
Dox. I don't want to dox anyone.
Well, it's just a fucked up thing.
And yeah, that too. And that was just probably a couple days.
Yeah.
can also date a lot of them by the sorts of rock that they use.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody gather around real quick. Let's kind of get like right here. So.
1820.
1820. So we're kind of out here for a reason. You know, we're out here in search of something. You know, we're all kind of looking, whether it's for answers or, you know, for just a good time. Like, we're out here for something. So one thing I wanted to do was go lights out for about 3 or 4 minutes. Keep recording, just listen. Just want to see what we hear. So everybody click off your lights.
At least we have a full moon. It's actually a little bit easier to see now.
That can either be a good thing or a bad thing.
What, that it's easier to see? I know exactly what we're gonna hear. The sound of Mississippi bugs fucking.
Locust ticket. Hey, can you guys be quiet?
Everything just. Ooh.
I definitely want the nice.
So a little fun fact, we've been through a drought this past week, and it's the hottest temperature almost recorded in for the month of August. It's humid, it's hot, it's not fun,
It's sick.
it's sick.
Oh, you see that too?
Yeah. What?
Some lightning flashes.
Oh, yeah,
Heat
and we got
lightning.
heat lightning right now, so.
Also, it's definitely a eerie feeling out here. Just uneasy.
Like I said, been out here before, and except it was completely dark, so we needed flashlights indefinitely, and it was not fun. My friends started running, so I ran to keep up with them. Oh Lord! But, I didn't get lost.
Here's some cars off in the distance.
Yeah. But when we came out here, it was dead quiet, no moon, so we could hear, you know, everything. That was lightning, everything from a squirrel 500 feet away.
Was that a booth ghost?
No, that was him starting his.
Was that the ghost of a booth? Written by Benson Hurst.
Oh, God. I think it's over here. We'll wake up real late and it's like at 3 a.m. exactly. It's just, boom.
Dude, I don't even know.
I had everybody else follow through. Yeah. No, I wasn't coming out here without one. But the only thing.
Wait a second.
What?
Anybody just hear that?
What was it?
I don't know, but it sounded like something. I couldn't say for sure.
Well, there's a
I just heard it again.
It came from over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, these are flat woods. You can literally hear everything. Voice up there. It's so low.
It sounded like a lady.
Yeah.
That's what I swear.
Could be cougars now. Contrary to popular
We could be
belief.
talking about two different things here.
Contrary to popular belief, they are here. No, I know. Oh, it's just a thousand. That's been out there for years. Alright, well, you picked up on mother and father, why don't you?
I did.
They literally used his mother and father in this. You want me to help the headphone? You took a photo. Yeah, too. Yeah, the phone.
Upon our first, like, just kind of visiting that
I
cave,
swallowed a bug, dude.
this really stuck out to me.
This is a dual grave right here.
That one is?
For someone who is 20 and for someone who is 25 days. Most likely. Probably death during childbirth.
They probably buried them in the same casket.
1886 to 1960. Except the
Wait, look at the picture. I didn't know they could take the pictures.
I swallowed a bug, dude.
You also picked up a frog in the fish on.
Yeah.
I swear I just saw something over there too.
What, where the bucket is? Dale?
Right where I'm pointing my light, I swear I saw a black shadow.
Lucas.
Nope. Dude, I'm telling you.
Like in the camera you saw?
Yeah.
Sure it wasn't this moth?
No, I know for sure it wasn't. I just saw it again. I'll go back when we edit this and I'll put it on there. Like I'm telling you. Here, hold this real quick. Point right where I have it. To the left. Right, sorry. Right in there.
I forgot my camera's gonna go nuts.
It's like see it right there to the left of that tombstone? Right in there. Watch right in there.
Wait, is this recording?
Yeah.
Is this a recording?
No, this is
Us right now.
us right now. This is live. Right here.
My ears
One
just popped. And you're still doing that. Got the hand ready to go. What's up? I said,
What is that?
it's the barrel.
Okay.
That was out here when we came out here.
Was it?
Walking back over that way, and I heard very faint footsteps coming from over there. I'm like kind of off to the left.
Gotta get my camera fixed smooth.
Yeah.
I'll bring it to us, so we can nail it on.
Cover my 99 bucks, I guess.
Right in here.
Right in here.
You know? We heard stuff right in here too that night we came.
Really? Alright, so
Try to set up the recorder here.
yeah.
Do what?
I'm gonna do some recording. So, hey guys. I'm gonna do try to do some voice recording.
Okay.
I know, dude. You can't me out while I go on there.
So we're recording in Asbury Cemetery in Van Vliet, Mississippi. Is there anything here that would like to make contact with us? Anything that could possibly want to tell us something?
Did you walk behind me over here? Is this a benevolent place?
Do you have a name? Can you make a sound? Can you give us a sign of your presence here? Is there anything we should know about being out here?
Are you benevolent?
Are you connected with these grave sites at all?
Just run out of storage.
Yeah, just stopping it.
Okay.
I've got 45 hours worth of storage, man.
Oh, okay. Make sure.
Okay. Do you want to go back and, I mean, it's only a minute 30. You want to go back and review it?
As well.
Maybe not huddled around this edge.
I am hearing like touching it.
So we're recording in Asbury Cemetery in Van Vliet, Mississippi. Is there anything here that would like to make contact with us? Anything that could possibly want to tell us something?
Did you walk behind me over here?
Did y'all hear that too?
Yeah, it sounded like
Okay.
a rat.
Listen.
So we're recording. Can you go back on that?
Yeah.
So we're recording in Asbury Cemetery in Van Vliet, Mississippi. Is there anything here that would like to make contact with us? Anything that could possibly want to tell us something?
Did you walk behind me over here?
I heard it too. I heard it that time.
I said yes. Is this a benevolent place?
Well, I heard vocally.
Do you have a name? Can you make a sound? Can you give us a sign of your presence here? Is there anything we should know about being out here?
Are you benevolent?
Are you connected with these grave sites at all? Yeah, I for sure heard something that first go around though.
I heard, yeah.
I'm getting a feeling that there's something in this back corner over here, and then something in this one over here.
Let's get the car.
Okay.
Let's pull it around.
Both of our vehicles?
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, do you want to sit in the car?
So you guys can sit in the car. Red dude, do you want to just keep walking around?
I'm fine.
Whoa.
That was an owl.
Sure?
Yeah. What was that?
That was a very high-pitched owl.
Dude, there was something in that little corner right there, and it moved.
I've heard an owl before.
There was something right there, and it moved this way.
I don't know, that did not sound like an owl. You recording?
What was that?
We sound like kids. No. I saw as a collective group walk.
That was really high-pitched.
Hey guys, there was some kind of breathing over here.
I didn't hear breathing. I heard something else. Like kids.
I heard.
That might have been me.
Like, it was real high, like
I don't
wheezy.
know, dude. I get it.
It sounded like I heard
Owl
kids
thing.
back there.
Well, I mean, that's just what it sounded like to me. Now,
What'd you do, Will?
Alright, well, let's walk to the vehicle.
I ain't trying to freak nobody out.
No, I mean, I heard it too.
I mean, that could have also been like a bobcat or something. But
I mean, yeah, to me, it sounded like an animal. I caught it as an owl because
That's the first thing that popped in my head.
Thinking a little bit. Thinking that back that point.
I think it's further off.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's it.
Yeah, pretty long.
Cool. So I'll drive around if anybody wants to get in with me, because I kind of want to do that backup camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got night vision on it.
So we'll be sitting right now.
Freaking out. All right. Just let me know when to stop.
I say you pull it all the way down to where we had it before down there.
Hey, you may want to put your, because it'll beep the whole time. Or at least pull it down.
Okay. I say
Let me use my blinker for the ghosts. Gotta make sure they know where I'm turning. Keep going.
Yeah, pull it down here all the way to the end.
On the grass, you sure?
No.
It's just one.
Oh, I was saying.
Yeah, it loops around.
You do a loop-de-loop and pull.
So then we're gonna roll down the windows. And,
Right here?
Keep going a little bit further.
Oh, shit, a spider web.
Yeah, right there.
Make sure we cut these lights off so bugs don't get in here.
Yeah. We're gonna turn the lights off. We're gonna turn the lights off, roll the windows down, and you're supposed to hear people walking around.
You want to turn the car on?
Yes.
It'll go off. I think.
It will. Just don't want any bugs in here.
I don't either. I'll drive the windows down the way on.
It'll go off that in a minute.
Did I click it twice or once?
Click it one more time.
Wait, he's fading. He's fading.
Oh, that's the car. I'm not gonna lie, dude, this is really creepy right here on my side. Like I feel like there's just like a face just staring right here at me. Oh man, it's giving me the willies. I'm not trying to line up.
You say it's giving you the willies?
Yeah.
Like the wet willy?
The willies.
Oh, I thought you meant like the wet willy.
Hey, with the sticker seat right off, it's creeping a little bit.
It's kind of funny if a ghost give you a wet willy.
Yeah, and Redbeard are coming up.
Oh. Over there.
Do your backup camera.
Does it have to be cranked up for that one?
Well, just put it in reverse.
Oh, I think I did. Can I turn it on? I don't want to run the battery.
You can turn it all the way on if you want.
Oh.
That was the only one there.
Where was it?
Feather.
Yeah. Play what you just recorded. I want to hear it.
I I swear something was whistling behind us, as if there was a malevolent force, and it was like doo doo doo.
I don't know if I can. I don't think so. Be kind of cool.
Did you hear it?
I gotta listen again. I don't want to take this home.
Go back. Go back on it.
I ain't taking this feather home with me. I ain't bringing it. Oh no!
I didn't hear it. Let me
You gotta be close.
here, let me get out.
You heard that, right?
I heard it very clearly. Huh?
You can hear it again. Doo doo doo.
Faster?
Okay, now really listen. Okay. Holy crap! Yeah, I heard it right off the bat. Do that again. Here.
It was literally back that way.
Ben.
Hey, Ben, wasn't that back right corner kind of?
Okay, stop talking for a second.
We're trespassing. Let it be known.
Yeah, I heard it there too. I hope the camera picked that up. I mean, we'll definitely put the audio files in.
He says, "Make yourself known."
It's definitely over this way. You want to go with me on a solo thing?
Sure.
My phone.
Whoa. Okay, we're gonna have to take that audio and like blow it up.
We can put it through my car speakers. Do that.
You see something?
Here, go to your.
I heard something.
Put it through his car speakers. I can
Here,
turn it up.
take my phone, Lucas. Let's go.
I heard something over here.
Turn it up really loud.
I heard all the music, like footsteps following us, and every time I would say RQ, malevolent, benevolent, it would go. So,
Holy, wait.
what?
I swear I just saw something right ahead here. It may have just been a reflection.
So, you want to show yourself through this? So, I can't tell if you're benevolent or malevolent.
Did you just hear that?
What was it?
I swear I just heard somebody scream.
Hold on. If you're malevolent or benevolent, if you're benevolent, I need you to whistle once. If you're malevolent, whistle twice. Make yourself known to us.
You see this device in my hand right here? You can talk to us with that. If you need to tell us something, you can tell us.
What's your name? Or names? How many of you are there?
Dude, I keep hearing something walking behind us.
I know that's been the whole time I've been here.
Dude, I'm getting like chills right now. I keep hearing something walk behind us. I swear, like it's been like there's just been somebody or
Like
something.
crunching.
Yes, right behind us, dude. Dude, something has changed. Did you hear that? Holy freaking crap, dude! What the crap?
No.
Dude, you heard that too, right?
Right here.
Yeah. Dude, what the crap? Oh my gosh, I hope we got that. Yeah, that was holy.
Dude, I'm getting chills real bad right now.
Yeah, dude, I went straight creep, like, oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording.
Dude,
I really hope you heard that, right?
Yeah, it was like.
Yeah. Dude, there's something. Dude, okay. Well, guys, this has been Asbury Cemetery in Van Vliet, Mississippi. We're about to call this thing a little done here.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
Wait, hey guys, we gotta go. We just had something go. Oh, like.
They're hanging their legs out. They're good. Go. Just go.
Careful.
Yeah, don't fall. Alright, we're getting in the truck.
Good sign.
Well, guys, this has been Asbury Cemetery. We're out of here with our tail between our legs, I believe, tonight. It's been a pretty crazy experience so far. We're going to take it back to the studio and analyze the evidence and kind of see what we got going on. So, should see y'all there. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Strange Corner. My name is Lucas.
Hi, I'm Ben.
I'm Bean.
I am Benson.
I'm Redbeard.
And you have just watched us leave Asbury Cemetery. So we left there in quite a hurry. So we're going to take some time now to kind of explain what happened from our own perspectives. We're going to give you some insight into the evidence that we gathered, if any. And we're going to kind of talk about where Will is right now. So, Ben, why don't you take it off for us and let us know where Will is and kind of how much time has passed since we've been in Asbury.
So it's been a few weeks since we went to Asbury. Will could not be with us tonight, mainly just because he had some prior engagement. I promise we didn't leave him, and the spookies didn't get him. But he kind of talked about it, and you guys kind of saw what it was. But just to touch base on it again, it's Asbury Cemetery, and it's out in the middle of BFE, out in a town that isn't populated by a lot. Like, your neighbor could literally know everybody and then some. So they're all up in your business, you know. But Asbury is just like out in the middle of nowhere for the most part. And when you walk in, you can't really feel anything right away. But at the same time, like, as time went on, it got kind of weird. And it was really, it was something else, you know. It got not violent, but it was increasing as time went on, as we were out there longer and longer. We planned on being out there a little longer, but it got to where, like, it was getting sort of aggressive with, like, the sounds we were hearing. If you went off by yourself, you definitely experienced stuff. In my opinion, like, that happened.
I would say that definitely the people that went by themselves anywhere definitely tended to experience more stuff. That could have had something to do with the fact that we did notice that there had been some vandalism out there. And not to say that caused anything, but it does make sense, definitely, if you consider the fact that to any type of entity or spirit that could have been out there, if that's something that there was, that, you know, that's their home, that's where they're residing at, and somebody's coming in. I think there was some tombstones that had been destroyed, knocked over, quite a bit of vandalism kind of right around the time right before we got out there, because I know when we went out there in the daytime, which I didn't put any of that footage in, but that had just happened, I believe. So very recent vandalism to that area definitely could have caused some of those emotions to stir up, and, you know, it was right around that area as well. Bean, you got a ghost trying to knock some stuff off your wall there?
The whole wall's gonna come down soon.
But you could also see that there were, like, freshly dug graves. You know, there were fresh, you know, people, you know, freshly buried people there. There was also a number of like dead babies too.
It was definitely an interesting experience. This is probably my first like graveyard to visit.
Like ghost hunt.
Well, yeah, like I mean, I've been in graveyards before, but I've never purposely gone in the intent of looking for something, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we first drove up, and I think I have a picture of it, but do y'all remember the handprint on my car that I was freaking out about?
I put that in just as a.
Did you?
As some, yeah, I got it in there.
So I was curious because I'm like, I mean, there was a ton of pollen and dust that we were driving through. We drove through a whole gravel road to get there, and a lot of people say it's probably a handprint that was there before, and the dust just revealed it. I'm like, yeah.
My thing is where it was and how perfect of a freaking handprint it was. That's a little rough, you know.
You know what they say about ghosts, man? They got some perfect hands.
So, Bean, what about you? What about your experience out there? How did you feel? Did you have anything crazy that you can reflect on now?
Not really anything crazy. It kind of just came down to like definitely an uneasy feeling on one half of the actual graveyard or cemetery.
Definitely that front right-hand side.
Like, if you're facing from the entrance, are you talking about on the left, right there?
I'm talking about like right there where the man that got killed by a mule.
Yep, that's where the most activity was.
It was probably
Redbeard, are you flossing?
Hey man, there's never a wrong time for cleanliness.
I mean,
I guess not. Yeah.
Fair point. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Beard? Did you have anything crazy? I know you had some stuff that you caught on your phone out there. So.
I did, but I as the group, I guess the group skeptic, I have to attribute that to. I mean, I'd probably say like some sort of animal or something in the woods. I don't really think there was anything paranormal that happened. I'm not gonna say there was anything that wasn't obscure by any means. I mean, definitely some timing on some things could have been a little bit off,
Abnormal.
But, yeah, I mean, a little bit. I wouldn't say there's really much of anything that's just over the top, like strikes out at me though.
Right.
Whenever me and Ben were off by ourselves, I mean, it did. I heard some things in the woods, but I'm not going to say that was necessarily like anything obscure or paranormal. It very well could have been like an animal or something like that. I tend to at least somewhat side towards there's like a reason behind pretty much whatever happens there.
Right.
To an extent, so it's difficult to really say like one way or the other, but I'm gonna personally say I don't think so.
I got you.
It's fun,
definitely a valid point. Yeah,
I don't think so.
If you noticed, anytime I was in the edit there, I was asking it questions constantly. Like, hey, and I might have actually pissed it right the heck off, but I went off by myself, and I forget what I asked, but after I asked this, I was standing there, and out of nowhere, I'm talking, and you guys can attest to this, there was literally no wind blowing.
Right.
No wind, no nothing. I felt a rush of something come through me, and it chilled me to the bone and startled me so bad that I booked it. I wasn't dealing with it. Like, it was the most random gust of wind, like, and it might have just been that, but there wasn't any other random gust of wind that whole time. You know, not that I can recall.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm talking like when I say like this was cold, it was hot as balls out there. First of all, midsummer, middle of the night, you wouldn't think it's hot, but it sure was, and it was rough, man. It was real rough feeling that. It really scared me bad. So, I think that happened. Nothing really spoke to me right there, but there was an instance where you guys initially heard it on the voice recorder, by where the mule guy was. And there, I think, wasn't it not like a Freemason deal that was right there that y'all were on top of?
I don't remember if that was where that was or not. I didn't place that in my memory.
No, man, it was really spooky feeling that wind like pass through me pretty much. Like it felt like it chilled me. It was really weird. I didn't hear anything until the very end before we booked it out of there. But we'll get to that last, I think, because I think that was the most significant evidence. There were lights kind of running around in some of the areas, and then there was a a whisper caught on one of the recordings, I think, where we
Yeah.
all kind of gathered around.
Mm-hmm.
So after reviewing as much of the evidence, I went back and rewatched every bit of footage that I had captured personally, probably at least 3 or 4 times a piece. And some of the footage was 10 to 20 minutes at a time. So I would go back and rewatch it and kind of focus on different areas. Nothing that I saw on any of the footage personally jumped out at me as something that needed to be highlighted as a paranormal event. The only time that really is the case, I do highlight it in the footage as I put a red circle over where I'm talking about, and I'm actually mentioning it in the footage, so you'll see that in there as well. But it's not a matter of, I think, we captured any physical manifestations of a ghost on footage. There is a shadow that I'm not super confident saying is nothing, but I'm also not super confident saying is anything, because it's just a brief glimpse of a shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, Benson has the experience with the handprint appearing on his front of his hood there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, without knowing if it was there before, we didn't think to look, didn't film anything. Not something, again, I'm super confident saying is paranormal, but again, I can't say it's not, because I didn't see it before, and I'm not willing to just brush it off as nothing. I'm also not willing to just jump full force into it saying that it is something.
Right.
As far as the audio recording goes, I tried to get that as clear as possible on there. I don't actually have the recorder with me right now, but there is a very clear instance of, I think I'm asking it questions. I forget what the exact question was. You all just heard it a second ago. But all of us react at the same time to hearing something.
Mm-hmm.
We're all kind of leaned in, and the moment it happens, you see all of us just,
We all heard
wait a
it.
second, and we all heard it at the same time. So that's definitely something that, if I'm gonna claim anything is something that I can't explain, that's gonna be the one.
Yeah.
But on that exact same side, like, man, it was so noisy out there. There were so many, like, cicadas or whatever it is out there just going off, and that's all you can hear throughout the whole thing. So there's a lot of noise contamination. So I'm not, again, confident saying that was something paranormal. Again, it could have been, something that I just can't account for. So those are the main ones that get highlighted in the feature that y'all just watched. And I just wanted to give my take on kind of how I interpreted all of that. There were a couple other ones that didn't unfortunately make the cut, and it was just mainly because I couldn't hear them on the recording, or it just was something that I wasn't super confident putting in, just because it wasn't something that we all had a say in. So yeah, I would say that of all the footage that's out there, definitely a very entertaining time being out there. Definitely something I'm willing to go back and potentially stay a little bit longer when it's not so loud. Yeah. Because that front section, so right as you came into the drive, we initially turned right, and when we sat in your car, Benson, we drove all the way down the right-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish we would have taken that left and set over there by where that mule grave was, because that was where all the activity was occurring. That was where everything seemed to be pushing us towards over there.
That's where the brush of wind was at too.
In the future, I think we should be, instead, like, if we hear a noise,
Let's
not
go to
get
it.
so freaked out and run away. Let's be the idiots that actually go closer to it, even if it means we'll die. Whatever. Big whoop. At least we get it on YouTube. My whole computer screen just went black. Never mind. No, we're good. I just went, my monitor and went to sleep. But yeah, I think we should just be, hopefully in the future of this channel, a little bit more brave. For sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, and speaking of brave, me and Lucas hightailed it from something. Did that make it in?
Yes, it did. 100%. That is
So
to me, that's like the creme de la creme of the footage that we got, because you can totally hear what we're talking about. It's not a super dark growl like we thought, though.
I gotta be straight up. I'm getting chills like talking about this right now. Well, out of nowhere, me and him are walking around and we're constantly asking it, like, hey, are you malevolent or are you benevolent? Like, are you kind, or are you, like, what do you got going on? And well, one time we're walking away to our right, kind of not necessarily in the woods, just my judgment, you hear, and this was on the side that we've all been talking about. Like, and I was like, what? And so we hightailed it out of there. Like, we were staying close to each other, and it was just like, In some of my phone recordings, also, I forgot to touch base on this. You can clearly hear like screaming,
Yeah.
like
So
straight up.
So let me explain what the footage is showing us. So again, y'all have already watched this, so you guys can go back and rewind it and go back and listen for this. The screaming that you're talking about is what's actually captured, and it's. I personally did not hear a low growl while we were out there. I heard that screaming, and it took a second for it to register with both of us. But we're walking along. We had just talked about feeling like something was walking behind us, and you could hear like a crunching every time we walked anywhere, and you hear just a scream like it's nobody's business. It's super loud and it's really high pitched. Now it sounds far away, but it's obviously loud because you can hear it and it sounds so far away. And me and Ben both react at the exact same time. We both jump and look over to the right, and we both ask each other if we both heard that at the exact same time. So I know we're hearing the same things. We may have heard it differently, but I think we did hear the same thing in that manner. But what the audio actually captured was that super high scream. And it sounded like it was within 10 feet of us, but it also sounded really far away. So it was really weird to me to have that kind of I don't know, that experience not matching up with what my expectation was for how far away it was and how close it felt.
Yeah, and then how our perceptions of it also didn't match up. So that kind of adds to it.
Right.
So, yeah, I think like I don't know. So we've kind of talked about our footage. We've kind of given our 2 cents on it. My final thoughts on it, I think like I don't know. Being out there at first, how long were we out there? About 2 hours.
We were out there a couple hours, yeah. I think it was 2 or 3.
About the first hour, nothing really happened.
Yeah.
But dude, the longer we were there, the more it started picking up. So I do believe like if we were to trespass, I've been addicted to Duke's top 5 like paranormal videos lately. There's this dude named Security 9987 or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He's a security guard in his job, and it's seeing him go through all that. There ain't no way that ain't real. I'm a firm believer that's real, and technically he's trespassing. That's his job, that's his deal. But the spirits don't care about that.
Right.
So technically he's trespassing. We were trespassing. And what makes it all the weirder is that it's just out in the middle of nowhere. I wouldn't say it's haunted. I would say if anyone's haunting it, it's us. Because we're going out there. We're the ones kind of like going on their land after hours. Like, like that's their resting place, and we're trampling it.
Right.
So I do believe that like we upset something, because I do believe one time that I asked it if it was malevolent. It did something. I can't remember what it was.
There was like a scream that we caught, I think, at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that made it in there as well.
Mm-hmm. So, no, I mean, like I had a separate recording from something like when me and Redbeard were walking, and I forget what happened. We were playing it in Benson's car.
Yeah, that's a scream.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a whistle. Sorry, it's a whistle.
That's what it. Yeah. Oh, dude, it goes hoo 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 hoo. Gosh, I'm getting chills thinking about it.
Yeah,
really
that's in there.
Spooky. It was really spooky.
You can hear that one pretty much plain as day.
So my general thoughts, pretty weird, pretty there,
pretty strange,
pretty corner.
So. All right, guys. So we've definitely gone through all the evidence. I would love to hear more about what you guys think. So if you guys have any comments, definitely let us know. If you have any ideas for places we could go or any way we can make this a little bit more entertaining for you, by all means, let us know. Hit the thumbs up button. So why don't we give our rating for, Strange or Not?
See, it's kind of hard for me because, like I said, I believe we were the ones that were trespassing. And if anything was there, it was because we were not where we were supposed to be. But really, it didn't pick up enough for me, and I think, we got some solid evidence, but I'm going to have to be the devil's advocate here and go, not strange. So I, just because I don't think it's I don't know. I don't think it's haunted.
Right.
So I think that was all on us personally, and maybe we were chalked up some of it, like the wind thing with me. Like it might have just been a gust of wind.
Redbeard?
I mean, kind of as I said before, I don't really think that there was. I don't really think. I mean, regardless of how you look at it, there was anything that was like super fishy going on. I mean, maybe you could make certain cases for certain things happening, but I have to chalk that up to just environmental, just psychological. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not strange, and I want to find something that's strange. I want to find a place that actually where I come back and I'm like, holy shit, that was fucking strange.
Right.
But as for now, as it sits, I'm gonna go with the not strange.
Benson?
There was some thought. I mean, I'm kind of like half and half because I feel like some stuff was maybe us just wanting to hear something and we heard something, or we wanted to see something, we saw something.
Yeah.
I'm like 50-50 because I feel like I'm like what you said. I feel like if we went back eventually and spent more time, didn't force it as much, not saying we did, but maybe we're just more natural about it.
On the edge of the corner, pretty much.
Right. So I think I'm just going to say 50-50. Like, strange, not strange. Just depends on the situation. But I definitely think some of that stuff in there is strange that we got.
Bean?
So I'm always weirded out by stuff anyways. Just because
Fair enough.
I've had my own experiences, but I mean, even if it was due to us being in their place, it's still a strange predicament, just something not normal.
Right.
But yeah, that's my vote. I guess I'll be the only one that's like a decently solid strange.
Cool.
And I think I'm gonna echo some of what Ben and Redbeard had said. Like, I'm fairly impressed with going out there. Like, I had a genuinely good time going out there. I loved the experience of being out there, and I had a really good feeling towards the end of it. But the first 2 hours, first hour and a half, however long, there was not really much. And, maybe it was more chalked up to, a screech owl, or maybe there was a gust of wind, or maybe there was something that, we just don't know about. So for as strange as the activity that I think we captured was, and for as much as I think I want to vote strange, I'm going to vote not strange. It was one of those that, like, my experience, I could bring myself to believe more based on me just pushing for it.
Yeah.
But that's not the right mindset to have on it. So I'm going to vote not strange, just simply because I can't push myself over that edge without feeling guilty about it. So
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is officially certified not strange.
Not strange.
This is the first not strange of the series. The slab was definitely weird. There was some weird stuff up there, but.
And that's the weird thing to me. I think we caught more evidence here, and we had more strange experiences here than we did at the slab.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
There was a difference in energy, definitely. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I'd like to say that I think Asbury is going to be, it's going to have part 2 eventually. So stick around.
Eventually, yeah. Yep.
I would like part 2. Definitely coming down the pipelines for sure.
No.
Yeah.
Well, cool, guys.
Well, cool, everybody.
Yeah.
So we don't believe in goodbyes, so